Savannah Success, Brian York. A 3-year-old brown filly, Success Express Alma Mater, owned by Graham Rogerson, and also the Glen Logan Park number 2 Syndicate, trained by Graham Rogerson and ridden by Brian York. Now, Rubik Call on the inside and Confer has sprouted wings over the concluding stages.
Numbers in a moment. 7th at Elwick in Tasmania. Second leg of the double at
21.6. And the margin's 3/4 of a length by a nose. 3/4 of a length with a nose between second and third. The Quinella 31.40, Exacta 51.40, and the Trifecta $168.10. But Savannah Success.
Stalls are back, they're off and running. Came away in a good line with Kashina going back after the start. Gladden began okay. Uccello, and from the outside, Gift Henry showing a great turn of speed. Gift Henry whipped around the outside to lead up from Londolozi second, Gladden and Miss Jugar. Then Uccello, La Volta, followed by Blaze the Turf. 2 further back, Angel of Darkness. Von Ann outside at a length and a half further back, Wellington Dreamer. Then Balbane, 2 lengths to Spectrum, followed by Telic Toff. 2 to Caniana, 15 lengths off the front, and 3 Kashina and Drinkard Princess. 8.50 out, La Volta went around the outside and took it up, led by nearly 3/4 to Blaze the Turf, pulling its way forward. It now goes up to head off the lead. Blaze the Turf went to the front from La Volta, who he's back on the inside of Miss Jugar. A length Uccello and Gift Henry over on the inside. They're followed by Londolozi and Von Ann Deep. 1 further back, then Wellington Dreamer. Balbane, Gladden further back, then Telic Toff. Caniana to the outside from Angel of Darkness, Spectrum. Second last Kashina, and last of all Drinkard Princess. Blaze the Turf, the leader, 5.50 out. La Volta having another crack at it on the outside. Then Miss Jugar, wider out, Uccello under pressure. Gift Henry back to the fence. Wider out, Von Ann, and down the outside, Caniana. The leader is Blaze the Turf. La Volta under pressure. Miss Jugar going after it. Back on the inside, Gift Henry, and here's Caniana out deep. They're across the track. Miss Jugar hit the front. Caniana out wide, battling on is Blaze the Turf. And La Volta, Miss Jugar just in front. Miss Jugar scores as a wall of them for the Miners. Wellington Dreamer, Caniana, La Volta, and Blaze the Turf and Gift Henry back to the inside. Miss Jugar's got home, though, from Von Ann. They're followed further back in the race by Telic Toff, Angel of Darkness, Gladden, Spectrum. Von Ann pulling up quickly after the line from Balbane, Kashina. Uccello, followed by Londolozi and Drinkard Princess near the tail.
Winner number 4, Miss Jugar, 10.30 and 3.30. We'll check the Miners. There's about 3 or 4 of them there for the second, third places.
For Miss Jugar to pay 10.10 and 3.70. Check the Miners. 5 and 4 Daily Double Melbourne, 114.40. Back to Brian.
Has scored, the judge calling on the photo for the Miners. 4 and a photo. 4 and a photo after the mannerism, with Miss Jugar going to the front when they turn, and the judge has got a heck of a time to sort them out. He's posted the photo sign for the minor placings. Number 2 gets second, La Volta. On the outside, third is 11, Wellington Dreamer. And fourth in is number 5, which is Caniana. So it's 4. And after the print, number 2, La Volta gets second. She was struggling at the 300. And she'll get second in front of Wellington Dreamer. There'll be a nose in that. And then another nose you'll find to Caniana in 4th placing out deep. Just looking at the projected photo up on the screen here. It's Miss Jugar home about a half length. La Volta second, nose to Wellington Dreamer. And probably a short half head to a nose to Caniana, and then
4 Miss Jugar, 10.10, 3.70. 2 La Volta, 2.20, and 11 Wellington Dreamer, 8.40.
2 and 11. David Moody is Contract Syndicate Manager.
All right, that's it. It's 4, 2, 11. Miss Jugar, 10.30, 3.30. 2 La Volta, 180. 11 Wellington Dream, 8.70. Quinella, 28.40. Exacta, $55.60. 4 to 11 Trifecta, $1,662.10. About to move in.
And racing, Staging and Pete Bog easily 2 of the fastest away with Deferred Antiquity, and driving through is the favourite Return to Go. At the end of 100, Return to Go race to the front, leads a length Antiquity second. Third was Princely, followed by Sovereign State. Deferred 2 lengths to Staging, followed by on the inside now was Over the Rising, a further length and a half to Send Giggy Beach. Now Referral is trapped on a limb 3 wide, followed by Little Lucifer. Pete Bog dropped next to last, and last of all was Cressida. 700 metres out. out and Return to Go in front. Leads by a length Antiquity. Second, a half length. Third was Princely, followed by Sovereign State on the inside over the Rising. Deferred Staging still trapped wide from Sengigi Beach. A length further back, Little Lucifer, followed by Pete Bog. Referral is back second. Last at a length. Last of all was Cressida. Around the home turn of the Liverpool City Cup, and it's in front. Nicely clear. Return to Go by a length at a quarter. Antiquity second. Third was Princely battling away, followed by Sovereign State on the outside, but halfway down the straight and still nicely in front is Return to Go. It's 2 lanes clear from Antiquity. Sovereign State running on, but Return to Go is too strong in the Cup. Return to Go has beaten Sovereign State. Antiquity. Third, Little Lucifer. Fourth, followed by Sengigi Beach. Referral, Pete Bob. Behind those was Over the Rising, followed by Princely Gracida. Towards the rear of the field was Deferred, and Staging, after being wide, has dropped back to the rear of the field. Return to Go number 12, 310 160, 6 Sovereign State 440, and 9 Antiquity for third at $3.60.
Super Tab 12 Return to Go $3.170, 6 Sovereign State $5.20, 9 Antiquity $3.
Race to the front and the double for Len Beasley. Return to Go, a 4-year-old brown gelding, Rubiton. What a Card is owned by Graham Mapp and trained by Bart Cummings at Randwick and ridden by Len Beasley, giving him a double and a well-deserved double too. 6 Sovereign State second. Came home well. Kevin Moses, a 5-year-old chestnut gelding. Arch Region Stately Image, Brian Guy. And third to number 9 Antiquity, Glenn Boss, a 4-year-old brown gelding at Tallack, Moss Dancer, Graham Begg. Fourth has gone to 8 Little Lucifer, and fifth has gone to number 14, which was Sengigi Beach. The time 109.91, 109.91. The record, race and course held by Boasting at 108.6. Referral got a long way back. It was third last and will derive a great deal of benefit by the run. It was getting to the line okay, Referral, but Return to Go was just a mile too good, and that's 2 out of 2 for this Rubiton gelding. Quinella on the previous $40.20, Exacta $62.70, Trifecta $506.30, 3 and 12 daily double, 14.10 special div, $3.50. 2.5 lengths by a half, 2.5 by a half, 109.91 the time. The sectional time, together with the confirmation of tote shortly after race 7 at Warwick Farm.
Thanks, Rod. Moving
And running this time on the inside, Vetiver, one of the best to get going with Go With The Flow. Ushku began okay, and Markham couldn't go early. It's back last, and second to last, Sailor's Courage. Up the back they race now, and Minesweeper's gone around and taken it up now to lead out a length and a half to 2 to Stonington. A length and a half for the back, Ushku from Go With The Flow, and honourable mention, a half Vetiver, running 6th on the outside, improving a little in the middle. A length further back then came over on the inside, Let's Cut Loose. Simply True's up on the outside of it, and further back in the race then came Command Post. Outside it then Sailor's Courage 2, then to Royal Caliph. Last of all is Markham coming down the side at the 1,000-metre mark. Minesweeper 1.5, Stonington a length, then honourable mention. Ushku 4th, the fence, a half to Vetiver running 5th. A length further back in the race then came on the inside, Go With The Flow. Let's Cut Loose and Simply True is racing 3 off the fence. 2 lengths Sailor's Courage, Command Post, Royal Caliph, and last of all in the race is Markham at the 650-metre mark. Minesweeper nearly a length in front of Stonington. Honourable mention 3rd, Ushku is 4th on the inside of Vetiver 5th. 2 lengths further back then Simply True from Let's Cut Loose in the middle. Go With The Flow, the fence, a length into Markham around Sailor's Courage, followed by Command Post. 3 last of all, Royal Caliph up to the bend. Minesweeper a half in front now from Stonington, going up on the outside, a length in honourable mention. Then Ushku, Vetiver under some pressure in the centre. Let's Cut Loose trying to get out from Simply True. Stonington at the front at the 200-metre mark, drew a length and a half, honourable mention. Vetiver, Minesweeper, and further back, Let's Cut Loose. Stonington the leader with 100 to go. Over a length in front of Vetiver, getting up on the inside. Stonington a neck in front, Vetiver late, but Stonington a neck to Vetiver, 3rd honourable mention. Then Simply True out wide from Let's Cut Loose, behind the Minesweeper. A gap in the race, then Go With The Flow. Ushku, Command Post, Sailor's Courage, Royal Caliph, and last of all is Markham.
Number 9, the winner, Stonington, $17.410. 4 Vetiver at $1.50 and 12 honourable mention at $2.
on the Super Tab, 9 Stonington to return $16.90 and $4. 4 Vetiver $1.50, 12 honourable mention $2.20.
Nice and handy, sweeping to the front when they turned in. Got the upper hand from Minesweeper, set up a break. And has got home from Vetiver, who was under pressure when they turned, battled on well, just couldn't pick up the leader. And third, number 12, and number 12 is honourable mention. 9, 4, 12, and fourth in is number 8, and that's Simply True. 9, 4, 12, 8, 3 and 6 in the final event, getting home about a half length. Stonington at around the $16 region in the final event today.
And the totes, 9, 4, 12.
Off and running in the final event. Making Fay was fastest to begin, takes up a half-length lead over Freeport second. Third, moving around them, Tristan James, followed by Grey Bell and Yellowroy. Hard to pick an early leader. They've gone 200 metres. It's Freeport just in front, but Tristan James is on the outside, and Len Beasley's keen to get to the front and finally assumes control. It's Tristan James by 2. Grey Dawn second. Third, the inside Freeport, followed by Pipe and Grey Bell. A length and a half Making Fay from Yellowroy, Delta Lad. Volakai out 4 wide. 2 to Brave Prince, followed by Larico, Luigi the Great, and 2 last of all was Expect a Star. Inside the 1,000, Tristan James in front, leads a half length over Grey Dawn second. A length and a half away third is Grey Bell on the outside, followed by Pipe around the favourite Freeport as the tempo slackens off in front. Out deep was Volakai, followed by Yellowroy on the inside with Making Fay right behind it. Delta Lad still trapped 3 wide and a further length and a half away. 2 Bravest Prince, followed by Luigi the Great, Lyrico, and about 2 lengths last of all was Expect a Star. Inside the 600 and still Tristan James is in front, joined by one of 3 greys, and that is Grey Dawn. The other one, Grey Bell, moving up on the outside, followed by Volakai and also Pipe. Behind those next was Freeport, who was shunted back with Yellowroy, Delta Lad, Luigi the Great, Larico and Making Fay. Into the straight 350 out. Grey Bell on the outside moves out after Grey Dawn. Grey Dawn and Grey Bell. Grey Dawn gets a neck in front. Freeport's into the clear. Larico on the inside. Grey Dawn's just in front from Grey Bell. Larico the inside. Grey Dawn just in front. Larico trying Grey Dawn in front. Grey Dawn wins the last. Grey Dawn beat either Larico or Freeport. Grey Bell close up, followed by Making Fay. The outside of runners Expect a Star, Bravest Prince, followed by Volakai, Yellowroy, Luigi the Great, Pipe, knocking up the early pacemaker Tristan James, and last after being trapped wide was Delta Lad.
4 Grey Dawn there to pay $5.30, 177 Larico, $3.06, Freeport 140.
For the place, second and third, Larico on the inside, horse 7 at $3.50. and Freeport number 6 at $1.30. 4 and a computer image on the last. Grey Dawn, a 5-year-old grey gelding, red anchor, Dawn Ballerina, trained by Albert Stableford at Gosford and ridden by Alan Robinson. Grey Bell was on the outside. Freeport and Larico was making up good ground along the rails, but Grey Dawn in front, and Grey Dawn taking out the last event by about a half length. Now look, it's very close for the minors. Larico on the inside and Freeport. It looks to the naked eye like Larico, but Freeport is certainly right in this. Although looking at the computer image, it certainly is Larico second. It should be 4 over 7 and 6. 4, 7, 6 on the last event. So 4, 7, 6 from 9, 11 and 8. Thanks to Craig Lead. 4, 7, 6, 9, 11, 8 on the last event. Grey Dawn, Alan Rob.
That's from